Hello. Alright, so I finally am getting around to doing another kind of how-to video for actually take these off. These are reflecting on the computer. How to do the name change, at least for California and in the Orange County area. So what we're gonna do is first there are, at least in Orange County, California, 3 PDFs that you have to fill out. Those you can Google search. That's all I did was I Google searched, how to change your name in California. But the numbers are NC 100, NC 101, and NC 120. So you just fill these out. They're really simple. They're editable PDFs, which means you can actually just type into the form before you print it out, so it's all nice and pretty and fancy and everything. So the NC 100 will have a second page which will tell you how to file, what to bring, and everything like that. In Orange County, when I did it, I filled these out at home, took it down to the family probate office, which is different than in the Superior Court. So I took them down there. I had to wait in line, and then what I did was I had to pay a filing fee, which was $350, at least here in Orange County. It could be different elsewhere, and everything like that. So I filled them out, took them down there, and they told me that my court date would be in 6 weeks. So once you file for a name change, you have to do what's called a show of cause, which notifies, they give you a list of newspapers to put in that are authorized, and it just shows everyone in the county or everyone that reads that paper that you are going from one name to the next. If they wish to contest it, like maybe you're ditching responsibility or something that someone might need to stop it for, that way they can come to the court date and or at least be notified about it and come down there. So I did it at the Garden Grove Journal. It's a small little journal here. So I went down right after I filed my papers. It cost $65. I took down the papers I got from the court, and all they did was just they typed everything out. You have to figure anything out. They gave me a receipt. They told me that they would be taking down another copy along with the printed pieces to the court, and you have to run these once for 4 weeks every week. So you have to run 4 of them. So it was $65. And then once that's done, you go back on your assigned date. Mine originally was December 18th, but I had to continue it to January 22nd. So here in Orange County, they only have them, I think, once a month on a Friday, is what it seems like. Maybe every other Friday at 1:30. So after the newspaper was all done, I just waited, and then on your court date, you go back. I took all my paperwork with me, my copies of the original papers I filled out, and the newspaper mailed me a copy of the show of cause. Once you get to the courthouse, everyone sits down. They tell you what forms of identification you need, and in Orange County, you have to show up with, the first time they said 2 of 3 things: driver's license, a passport, and your birth certificate. The second time I went, they only asked for my birth certificate. That was all I showed them. I didn't have to show my driver's license or my birth certificate. So when you get there, you're having your court date, you're sitting there, and hold on. At least in Orange County, they don't call you alphabetically. They just kind of, whichever is the easiest. So they call your, I guess just a random number that they assign to you, and then they call you by your last name. That way, if you're, you know, like me or like anyone else like us, they don't call out your original name. I walked up to the table. There were 3 people there. One was would check the birth certificate, ask you how many official copies you wanted. You could always get more afterwards. There was another lady that asked you, you know, are you so and so? And I said yes. She called me by the name that I was choosing for my new name. And then there was another guy that was stamping everything once it was all done. So you just walk up there and, you know, you have to wait for everyone. Afterwards, they would do by 5s so that people could go into the filing room and get as many copies as they wanted. Each copy in Orange County was $25.50, so I got 3 copies just in case, a copy for myself, a copy for my parents, and then an extra one. I wasn't sure if the DMV would need it or anything like that. So, yeah, it was really simple. It was at 1:30. It took me maybe, I was out of there by like 2:30 by the time I was done. So after that, what I got was, once again, this is for California. I'm not sure if any of the other states have this, but I printed up for the DMV. It's called the DL 329 form. And you can just Google search that. DMV has it on their website. But what you do is you fill it out, you sign it. But what's nice is you can get the physician section down here filled out and signed and everything, so that on your driver's license you can actually have the other gender marker. So like when I take this down tomorrow, it'll have an M on it instead of an F. Now there's 2 things for the gender identification is, there's 2 boxes that say complete or transitional. Transitional means you're in the process of finishing it, and of course complete means you're complete. But with the traditional or transitional one, what that means is that within 5 years you have to take this exact same form back down and get it checked off with complete, because otherwise if you forget after that 5-year point, it's gonna go back to an F or an M, whichever way you're going. So yeah, there's this form. It's just 1 page. You fill out your address and you sign it and everything like that. And then I took it to my doctor today out in LA to have him fill out his section. It took like 10 minutes for him to do, but I made an appointment just in case, because I didn't want to be sitting there forever. So tomorrow I have my DMV appointment, and I'll let you guys know how that goes and everything like that. So that's how to do the name change, at least here. The hard part's just waiting, and it costs more than I thought it would. So it's $350 for the initial paperwork, $25.50 for each copy of the official record you want, but you can always order more later. And then however much the DMV is going to charge for getting my new driver's license and everything like that. Another side note, what's awesome is that my doctor already put my transition as complete. So I'm going to kind of wear a baggy shirt and everything, not super baggy, but something so you can't really question. Which is nice, because once I have surgery, I don't have to go back again in 6 months and get that done. It will already be done and complete. So yeah, that's the name change. If you have any questions for anything that I missed, feel free and write me a comment or send me a message, or you know, whatever, and I'll try and answer those for you guys. So yeah, I'll talk to you all later, and I hope you have a good week. Bye.